Another way to solve quadratic equations is by using the quadratic formula. So if we have a quadratic equation written like this, ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, this is in standard form, then we can use the quadratic formula x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a to help us solve for x. So, looks kind of complicated, but it isn't really so bad. Let's go ahead and look at an example. Notice first we need to put our equation in standard form. We have x squared plus 1 equals 4x, not in standard form. So let's rewrite this, x squared minus 4x plus 1 equals 0, so now it is in standard form. And we'll go ahead and jot to the side that a is the coefficient of x squared, is 1. B is the coefficient of x, which is negative 4. And C is the coefficient, C is the constant term, which is 1. Okay, let's plug them into the formula. The formula tells us x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So we need x equals negative b, so negative 4, negative 4, plus or minus the square root of b squared, so negative 4 squared, make sure to use parentheses, minus 4 times a times c, all over 2 times a. Okay, so let's simplify this. X equals negative 4 is positive 4, plus or minus the square root of negative 4 squared is 16, minus 4 times 1 times 1, over 2 times 1. Okay, keep going, keep simplifying. Underneath the radical, we have 16 minus 4, which is 12. Okay, and we can simplify this radical. X equals 4, and this 12 can be written as 4 times 3, so we can split up our radical into 4 and 3. And why would we want to do that? Because we know what the square root of 4 is. The square root of 4 is 2. So that helps us simplify our radical right there, if we split up 12 into 4 and 3. Okay, great. And then lastly, we want to cancel. Remember, in order to reduce, we can't just cancel out 2's or 4's. We have to think about this as distributing the 2 to both parts. Okay, so factor out a 2 first. Let's go ahead and write that step down. We'll factor out a 2 out of the numerator, 2 plus root 3 over 2, and then we will cancel out the 2's. Sorry, this is plus or minus. And so lastly, after we cancel out the 2's, we have 2 plus or minus root 3. All right, great.